Alright, it's the streaming time once again. It's a nice Friday afternoon. I'm lucid enough. I've been drawing a bit and remembered that I do need to stream. Welcome to the Master Plan Art stream. Hope everyone's doing well. Son of a bitch, is the YouTube chat dead? Man, I just don't care. I probably should just stop multi-streaming, honestly, because this kind of is overall pointless. But I'll probably just let this go. Anywho, welcome to the art stream where I'll be just doing a bunch of casual animation just to get things done. I've mostly been doing a whole lot of just meandering. Haven't really been working on a lot of art overall. Mostly just working on art that's not this. Kind of just been doing tiny bits of coloring on this tavern. I experimenting so much with a bunch of different texture brushes and things like that. Also, I should probably open another recent one. Let me see if I can't find you. Oh, frickin' Lime Barbarian. I recently posted this last night, and it was kind of a fun little piece where I was experimenting with my markers. It's, it's pretty alright. It's me fiddling around with, some old, like, sketchbook stuff. And of course, he's in a silly costume. But overall, it's been pretty decent when it comes to, just having this characters drawn. This is all a Copic marker layer, nothing too fancy. Though I have did some little digital art, I suppose, not privileges, but digital art advantages where I'll use the flat colors and things like that. So a lot of this is just a basic Copic marker texture brush. It ain't extreme overall. It's just you go in and probably just use more bright red. And it, just blends pretty well. It also has a nice... still not a giant fan of how the opacity is looking, but it does blend. I'm pretty happy with this. It's still not a perfect... You put in the ink and then it, like, fades away. Because usually, whatever I'm doing stuff like that, the opacity will cause it to vanish away with the opacity. It will quickly vanish away with that. But I've never been able to get that working. But it is what it is with that. My digital art, it's mostly just me experimenting and stuff in digital art workflow while I basically procrastinate on the stuff that's, I suppose, kind of stressing me out. It's not really stressing me out, but it is what it is. That's my art process. Is I work on a thing for a while and then I feel like I'm not working hard enough on it, or at least I'm spending so much time on it. Because I think I've been spending, I think it's now going on 8 hours on this piece specifically. So I gotta at least get that done. So yeah, let's see if we can't get some stuff done overall. Yeah, usually I think I'm kind of realizing that I don't really like streaming on. I get more work done when I'm actually working at a Alright, we're gonna unlink you. You know what? Let's see how the back is looking. So you're down. Okay. All right. But yeah, I mean, in terms of doing pixel artwork stuff, I've kind of just been, it's all been the same. It's me fiddling around with just this pixel art stuff as I go. Nothing significantly different in comparison to everything else. Because there's still the staff plus the tail and things like that. I have been fumbling about with Clip Studio Paint's animation features, and let me get this going here and figuring out how on earth to plan a pencil drawing as I go. And it's been pretty okay. It's not exceptional. It's just, you know, it's a nice pencil test. So, you know, animating in Clip Studio Paint's always one of those just difficult. You know, I'm figuring it out, but I'm coming from Flash in terms of general drawing animation. And of course, I'm not as happy with my pencil art because it's just a mess. So, it is what it is with that. So, I just let that go, do that, and, you know, figure it out as I go. Oh yeah, I mean, I can't just make this a chiller stream because I really have not much to talk about. I have work next week, so I'm back to just a regular scheduled, I guess, 9 to 5 grind overall. I sometimes feel like I wasted my weekend because I feel as if I haven't done literally every tiny thing that I need done. I need to figure out where the hell the damn spear is. Motherfucker. Scarf, torso. Close leg, fuck. Close arm. Yeah, we'll ignore the close arm, the tail. Okay, it's on the wings. Okay. Staff is here. Okay. I should probably at least have that torso back, so yeah, it's there. Alright, let's rotate you and nudge you down, because what you need to be doing right, fuck. Back arm, staff. Fuck this so much. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm having a bit of a moment where I'm kind of just not really feeling it. I'm kind of just overall just in a sense of malaise in general. I think it's probably because I'm gonna be honest with you, I just overall am not in the mood to be streaming. I'm kind of just here doing stuff, and why did I lose track of my fucking staff? I'm sorry. Yeah, well, I'm trying not to fret so much about this. I want to at least get an hour of streaming within this week because I haven't streamed at all. I haven't streamed all week, and I guess I'm kind of just feeling this pressure to stream. I don't know why I'm feeling pressure. I guess because I just don't want to feel maybe maybe I'm just not willing to mess around with bunch of silly bullshit. I don't know. All right, this will. You're down. All right, and we'll have one more step. Damn it. Okay, that's like one more staff turn, one more back arm turn, and that'll be that. Thanks for the follow, Jimmy Keto. Welcome to this art stream. I'm glad you stopped by. Today is going to be a more chill stream as I'm kind of just getting this commission done. Currently, I'm making this animation. You know, just make this animation just work. Do some basic blockings because I've yet to actually get the polishing done. But yeah, that's what these streams are for. Is just getting things done. But yeah, overall things have been pretty good, I'd say. You know, everyone's doing some cool art, and I've kind of just been in a bit of a probably just a weird maybe a funk. I could call it a funk, where I'm not as I'm not as on as I'd like to be. I actually want you here. Put the pivot at the shoulder. And then we nudge the staff forward. And then nudge you back. You see, one thing that's really nice about Aseprite is whenever you select these two layers here, you can affect both of them as long as they're in the lasso tool. So that's pretty convenient for if you want to affect multiple pieces of your animation at a time. So let's see how you're looking right now. All right, so we need to figure out how to get you backed up here. So what I could probably do is I might be able to reuse an animation, might be able to reuse this position here. It's not perfect, but it might be able to do. Yeah, let's see if we can't reuse these positions. And if not, no big deal. Let's see if we can't reuse. Yeah, it's a little too abrupt, but we'll deal with it. So far, so good. Okay. Yeah, I need to, yeah, let's look at the preview real fast. I mean, it's looking all right. It's not, completely off. I would probably have it so the back arm is a bit slower on the relaunch, so yeah, so probably go back to the staff, put you there, put you here, and that'll be good. Yeah, thanks, Usakochi. Yeah, so far so good. It's looking all right. Maybe a little delay. Oh, that's actually looking way better. Okay, the staff delay is good, but not the because okay, I think I'm mixing at this. Things are good. I'm kind of I guess a little sleepy. It's a nice lazy Friday afternoon. Mostly been spending the day kind of just dealing with some garden stuff outside. But yeah, I'm trying to wrestle back some work time because I feel like I haven't gotten everything that I wanted done today. So kind of just doing my best to wrestle that back, so to speak. So far so good. I'll think I'll be able to make some progress on this commission, and then I might tackle some other general drawing, because I've been spending a bit of time working on this pencil sketch, experimenting with Clip Studio Paint. And this morning I was trying to see if I can't plunk down some time just getting this large, I'm gonna call it painting, done, because it's a big ass illustration. But I'm experimenting with a just a new coloring style. Well, actually it's more for the old coloring style because it's my general paintbrush style. But this has been in my hard drive, I think, since 2 years ago. So I'm like, you know what? I need to get better at finishing stuff. So, whenever I do a daily sketch, whatever thing, I'm like, okay, I want to draw something new. And instead of that, I just focus on something old. And I try to find out, okay, what can I just get done? So this morning I got Cole and Miss Sunnydown done. So far so good with that. And everything else is mostly just me experimenting with my pencil test just to see how I would tackle the timing and things like that. And Clip Studio Paint's okay for an animation thing, but it could be better with that. Experimenting with Clip Studio Paint's animation is a bit of a difficult thing, because it has a weird, it's not too weird, it has a odd folder system, and it's pretty alright. I'm not super deep into the actual intricacies of Clip Studio Paint stuff. I mean, I'm using vector layers for the first time in my life. Usually I would never. Usually I rarely use vector layers, and I'm kind of just fiddling around with this. So so far so good with you. I mean, it looks pretty alright. The timing's pretty decent, and I'm making it work. But it's a million different things that I'm kind of just been procrastinating on instead of working on this pixel art here. But I'm doing my best to at least get this done ASAP. So that's kind of just been the big notable things that I've been up to for most of the week. So I'm going to actually put you lower, delay this longer, have you down here, but actually instead keep you down. Since a spear is supposedly heavy, of course the spear would take longer to go up. Yes, it's making more sense. So a lot of the at least you're getting it finished despite all the distractions. I think a lot of I say getting art stuff done is a lot of basically trying to mitigate your distractions, or at least wrestle the little bits of time you have. Whereas you were either distracted painting a thing that you didn't want to paint, or you were playing a video game. I'd say this morning I was going into a rabbit hole downloading old PC music. Like right now you're listening to a lot of Duke Nukem 2 stuff. You've probably never seen this. Uh-oh. I think I done fumbled. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, did I? Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, So, talking about some making time to actually get your stuff done. A lot of it is a bunch of understanding yourself and figuring out, okay, I only have the amount of time and attention to work on this for a certain amount of time. How can I suppose, cheat my way? Hello, Paint Alien, how's it going? And how could you, what would be the word? How would you take advantage of, I guess, the times where you're actually able to be in the moment and being in the zone? So for me, I end up having an easier time focusing on just any specific like drawing task. Early in the morning, I've had a decent amount of coffee and I'm just sitting at my computer and I've given 5 minutes of a thing to a drawing that looks like it's not as done, and I'm kind of just, you spend maybe a minute or so on that drawing, and then suddenly you end up spending 30 minutes on that drawing because you've gotten into that flow state. It didn't select the freaking staff. God fucking damn it. Sorry. But yeah, when if you can figure out times where when you hit a flow state, you can sort of schedule yourself in times where, okay, this is the specific time where I can go into flow. So I'm going to set up my day where, put that project thing with that flow stuff. It's tough to do, and of course it takes a while of basically just figuring out what you're actually about. Yeah, morning artists, I usually can't get it until night. And yeah, some people can get it till night. I myself, I've been just mostly active in the morning. I think I used to be more active at night. I think with in the later years where I had my day job and stuff like that, I noticed that I'm overall just more creative because I'm more bored on those days. Okay. Going up. Higher. And up. Alright, to me, like 1 frame and that'll be good. Staff. Because I need to select both the staff and the shoulder. So. Okay. Let's see. This is looking okay. No, this is a commission. This is a commission for someone's art thing. Well, actually, no, it's not it's not an art thing. It's just someone's OC just being a commission. So this is specifically for just for pay. I don't know if they're gonna put it in the game. They'll probably have it in a stream thing. Kinda like looking at this arm. It's jiggling so much. I feel like I fumbled it. So let's do like a short reset. Go back to the start and see what's working, because the transition to this is smooth. So okay, I know what I can do. So we'll have it move here since the shoulder's already up. So you have the shoulder up, move up here, nudge you down, nudge you down, And then you're gonna settle back down here. Alright. Yeah, it gives off RPG vibes. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's been pretty good getting this down. And yeah, I do try to set up a lot of these sprites so they could work in actual engines. Like I do set up my just pixel art setup so everything is either 16 by 16 and the overall sprite sizes will be 128 by 128. So that way, if someone does want to put it in a game engine, you can easily drop into something like RPG Maker or Mugen and things like that. I've actually been trying to get Ikman Go to work, which is, I guess, the open source version of Mugen. And I haven't been able to get Ikman Go working for some reason because it's not detecting some like script thing. I'd have to dive into this. This kind of like goes in a little too much. I think I'd have to okay. I think I know what I need to do here. Nudge you down. That should work. That's a little too choppy. Okay, I think I know what's the issue here, so it's not a clean loop. Yeah, Dragonlance, literally. Oh yeah. Unlink. So yeah, I think what I need to do is figure out a way to kind of make this loop go clean here. So what I'm gonna do, put some frames here as a little in-between, and then set up the onion skin so that we know where the staff goes. Where the staff goes. Yeah, good to know it wouldn't be a hassle to do so. I know a little to nothing about game deving. And honestly, I've been like a game tester, but I'd say in terms of, you know, being an artist to game dev, there's a lot of just listening to like specific standards. If a programmer tells you, okay, we need to set up the art assets to be this specific size. So say a thing is that specific where it's like 128 by 128. And it's no different than saying that, a illustration needs to be like 8 by 12 or 11 by 17 because of printing and things like that. It's basically in that same mindset. You know, you're setting up your limitations to make sure that it's not overdoing all the other stuff. And then there's, other specific instructions. And usually you're just following those instructions to make sure that everything's just going smooth. And I personally do that in just my general life's, general art stuff, just to keep up the good habits, because it's better to have good habits and not need it than develop bad habits and suddenly need to break them because you were spending so much of your time trying to, optimize yourself and things like that. My programmer mentioned a while ago about whenever you're programming for yourself, you're actually not wholly making the thing for yourself, because you're actually collaborating with your future self. So say you're I'll go back to drawing. So say you're drawing a thing and you're making a bunch of line art and things like that, and you're planning to color. So if you plan to color a thing, that means that you'll need to remember that you'll probably need to flat color the illustration, probably like make sure that everything doesn't bleed out too much. And then still a little choppy, but the spear is smoother. I think I'll adjust the bicep. And yeah, back to talking about just general, planning your stuff better. And when you're coloring your work, if you can set up your files that you have, so say you go back to Clip Studio Paint, say you set up your stuff where you have your layers just named. If you ever leave the image forever and you never come back to it for like maybe months or so, and then you suddenly return to it, you'll go into your layer settings and be like, wow, I have no idea what the hell to do. But the fact that you were able to set up your workflow for these specific lines, and then everything's like layered into a specific way, you can at least have an idea of what you need to do next because everything's organized enough. So a lot of that goes the same with just games, animations, things like that. If you can set up where all your just non-creative tasks are in a way where it kind of gets your brain out of the way of thinking about just reorganizing your layers, or trying to find what colors in your palette that you need to do, or trying to figure out which brush you use to do it. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, in terms of a traditional art sense, it's kind of a lot like making sure all your pencils, markers, pens, and stuff are at your art desk before you get drawing. And that way, you can just hop into drawing and never need to worry about making, you never need to worry about just hunting for your stuff, because you already set up in the right spot where you always go to get it. So that's a lot of basically your, I don't know if you could call it future-proofing yourself, but kind of maybe being your own butler, so to speak. Be your own past butler, so your future self thanks you. And that's been pretty helpful for me in terms of keeping myself in the workflow of getting things done. Because there's a lot of hunting for your reps, or hunting for your brushes, or figuring out which colors you need. A lot of that stuff will really distract you and make it kind of delay the creating process overall, in comparison to actually making the stuff, actually getting your things done. So that's been how I've been starting to open my eyes to teaching myself to just get my ass more organized, because Lord knows I need it. Okay, I'm like looking at this and trying to figure out. So I'm looking at this. I feel like the shoulder's a little too up. Alright, so I think I'm gonna rework the shoulder and flex about with this. Okay. Okay. You're up. You're here. Okay. Think I know what I could do here. Unlink. Bring you up. Alright. Nudge you just up enough. Okay, maybe I can bring you back down. Okay, maybe it's just that this lance is driving me nuts. Okay, I think I know what's up. So I think I just put the lance up with the shoulder. It won't feel as jerky. Yeah, a lot of this, ooh. It's kind of just rolling around. You're kind of just rolling way too much. Okay. Staff, turn, back arm. Go back here. Alright, let's see. Alright, arms looking more consistent. Alright, this looks like a more smooth transition. Good, good, good. I'm happy with this. All my anal retentive attention to details paying off. That's, I suppose, the positive to being a unreasonably high anal asshole about animation stuff is that, you end up, getting all that detail down, but it ends up just turning out good in the long run. Why aren't you like, okay. Alright, how are we looking right now? Alright, so all we gotta do is smooth this, because it's a little bit too framey. And honestly, I think for the next commissions, I'm just going to set all my stuff up so it's just 2 frames. Because I'm making these full-ass fighting game style, I'm making these full-ass fighting game style sprites. And, on the one hand, it looks amazing. On the other hand, it takes it's been taking me 3 weeks to get this done. So I'm like, okay, we need to reduce this down. Which is it's kind of weird because it's appropriate because I charge $400 for this commission. So it is a fair price for this. So I'm making full ass fighting game things. But it's I don't want to go down and then de-quality all my stuff if I can, because I don't want to just diminish the quality of my work. But maybe I kind of need to. Okay. All right. Yep. All right. Believe I can nudge the shoulder up. Yeah, we'll work on the bicep first. Unlink you, we'll have you be a nice little middle. Now you nudge down just a bit. Unlink you. Yeah, let's see. All right, biceps looking good. And obviously I'm gonna rework that arm just a wee bit. Gonna be up here. All right, might be able to, can I reuse this here? I wonder. I'm always like searching for opportunities to see, can I reuse animation? Because I would like to do less of it if I can get away with you. All right, let's see. All right, this is looking good. It's just this part's gonna be an issue. But I think I know how I'm gonna do this. So first things first, you're down here. So what I'm gonna do, you're gonna be rotating here. Yeah, because those are basically going to be just separate frames. And again, whenever I'm doing any rotates, I will pivot the frames. I will set the pivot point at the at like where an elbow would usually be. So it's as if I'm making a rig. So that's been pretty nice for just getting something smooth and consistent. And nudge you down. It may like get started. Get the arm down here. Oh yeah, I think I bumped it. So what I was supposed to do, all right. So what's this supposed to do is supposed to start down, then up. Or maybe I'm just losing track of it. Yeah, that's probably what's happening. You know, let's start broad, then move small. That's another thing that you gotta remember to do is don't be doing insanely detailed stuff too fast, because then you'll just get lost in the sauce, so to speak. So just go broad, go broad, and then go down, and then detail will follow. Okay. Got jittery. Yeah, probably need to rotate a little lower. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's what I gotta do. And of course, it's completely borking the pixels hard, but I gotta dive into that more. It is what it is with that. Okay. Okay. Can I make a fast transition like this? Let's see. Okay. So, we can barely see it right here. But, as we go, we'll be able to go there. Oh yeah, this is from Metal Gear 1. Or no, Metal Gear 2. Like the actual original Metal Gear. Before it was solid. And 3D and stuff like that. So yeah, this is, this music's from the original Metal Gear. A lot of the music I have in this playlist is from classic PC, from both, the West and the Japan and things like that. So obviously you're gonna get some Doom music, you're gonna get some Duke Nukem music, but you're also gonna get things like the PC 88 music, PC Engine music, and things like Sorcerin, Ys, other stuff like that. Okay, so far so good. The transitions are smoother. Okay, I think I might need to I think I might be able to. I think I could do some little jerry rigging here where but yeah, a lot of old PC games kind of feel like a missing link to a lot of notable console music and things like that. Because I know a lot of the like people like Tim Follin and Jeff Follin, they did a lot of their early work on the ZX Spectrum and things like that, because that's bigger in England and stuff like that. And you can tell exactly the path of how they were able to figure out that technology, and they're able to find where you can go one-to-one with that technology, like doing arpeggios and things like that. Yeah, I have a TurboGrafx 16 Mini, and I'll have to say it's definitely an underdog during the 16-bits wars. Oh yeah, I have a Anbernic SP, and it's been a nice emulator machine, kind of just checking out old games I've missed out on. And usually it's play the actual games that this cool soundtrack's from, and yeah, it's been pretty all right. And I do ROM hack the game, so they're not as completely unfair as the originals. Like recently I've been playing Comix Zone, and I basically just hacked it so it's able to actually save between the levels and stuff like that. And it's still not easy, because the actual game is unreasonably hard. It asks you to make really stupid jumps, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? So, Comix Zone is still a motherfucker of a game, but it's an okay beat 'em up game. It's Western RPG, and honestly the concept's still pretty unique. You're trapped in a comic panel and all the actions in each panel, so that's some fun stuff with that. But yeah, kind of just experimenting with a bunch of different just ROMs and stuff like that. And of course the TurboGrafx games, or I also have on my little emulator handheld, and kind of just mess about with that. Been playing a tiny bit of Error Zonk, but the genre is not for me. I'm not a good flight shooter person, need shoot 'em up game type person. Been trying out games like that, Legendary Wings, and yeah, it's not as ideal as I'd like for it to be. Okay. So the only thing that I want to do for this is to now just rework the fingers, because I want to do some fun stuff with the fingers where the fingers are out here. Let's see. It's down here. Go up. And my fingers would be like up here. So maybe I could do something where I have a few fingers kind of just up a bit. Kind of just indicate, oh, the fingers move a bit more than just stay still as a little paw. It's not much, but it makes things a little bit more interesting. Yeah, games were a lot more cryptic. But luckily, you know, I just go through I just look up a guide if it's a legit puzzle game. Though I have been interested in trying a new indie game called Blueprints. And that's basically Myst, but it's a roguelike. And I'm interested in trying that out. Blueprints. But yeah, a lot of those games are unreasonably hard. Mostly just make you not return the game in a rental. I remember there was a notable story about Echo the Dolphin, and apparently Echo the Dolphin's so hard because the dev didn't want people returning the game instantly. So that's kind of just one of those entertaining little things. I don't know how much of it is true, but yeah, I'm gonna take that word for it. I think I could probably copy paste this. Copy. V, or better yet, get rid of this. Be here. And let's hide the torso so I can actually see the onion skin here. Hide the torso, hide the backside, wings. And we're just gonna focus on the hand. This is technically in the polishing aspect, and I probably do need to actually figure out the timing's legit. Let me look at this real fast. Because let's see what's still left here. Oh yeah, the tail's not moving. Alright, gotta do some more stuff with the tail and then I'm finished with the blocking. I'm debating whether or not to get rid of this singular staff, because I'm kind of done with this staff, but I don't want to just immediately dump it. They'll like save it as an alternate thing, where it's like save as... Or better yet, no. Let's just export the staff. So in case I do need it... So in case I do need the new staff, it's just going to be here. Let's export you as a sprite, just for the heck of it, just in case. Call you staff. There we go. Then I can just delete this layer, no problem. And everything. I can probably delete this reference too. Just have everything just ready to roll. And if I do need the staff again, I can just re-import it to the image. Okay. So far, so good. Oh yeah, Airzong had a banger OC. Yeah, I should hit that up too. That's another bit of the list of music that I want to just download. I usually just casually download video game music just to have it, because YouTube's kind of crap when it comes to keeping soundtracks, because sometimes you'll fill your playlist with a decent amount of like soundtracks from like the Super Nintendo and all that stuff, or you'll have a playlist where it's just a specific mood. But unfortunately, especially recently, with a lot of my soundtrack extensions are from a specific YouTube channel, and so when that channel got nuked by Nintendo, a lot of that music just wasn't in my playlist, so I was missing like maybe 75% of a lot of my playlist music. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just get back to trying to get all that music in your actual, in the actual hard drive, so I never have to worry about it, especially these days when, shit's kind of just hitting the fan with the internet right now. It is what it is with that. And I try not to fret too hard about a lot of the, I suppose, losses of the internet stuff, especially itch.io. That's, been real fucky with that. Though I hear that the card processor people are actually, I won't call it listening to them, but more just going back on, completely torpedoing all the NSFW stuff. So, I put the wing in. You know what? No, we're gonna put you in the right wing. Bleh. So it's not completely lost work with that. But yeah, it's a lot of this just fiasco kind of just goes to show they kind of need to save more of your internet files. A lot of your internet faves aren't going to stay faved for long. Like link rot is a thing where where an internet link will not stay consistent forever, because basically it'll change, there'll be new links, or there'll be alternate domains and things like that. So it's never a guarantee that when you bookmark a thing, it will actually stay bookmarked in the same spot. And I encounter that a lot, especially when I need to re-download brushes, or I gotta go find a specific user at a cool brush and stuff like that. Or if I get a brush and it's from DeviantArt, and oh, lo and behold, the person deleted their DeviantArt because they don't want to deal with being on DeviantArt with the whole AI bullshit. So it is what it is with that. Oh yeah, the pressure is working, so that's pretty nice. Where there's actually going to be some kind of change, though obviously there's still a bunch of work to be done in general. Like the UK is kind of dealing with some real bad censorship stuff. So I'll send my condolences to any English followers that I have. I don't know if I have English followers, British followers, I don't know. So hopefully there's enough of a stink made that all the stuff ain't completely borked. Again, I'm not as I guess I don't have as much of a horse in that particular race, honestly, because I don't go out of my way to make a lot of NSFW stuff. I mean, obviously, like, not completely against it, but it's like I don't do it all the time. But I'm not gonna be like, okay, no one should ever do it, But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, next step is the pressure to Karens to back off. Oh yeah. So that is what it is with that. And it's going to, obviously, it takes effort. Like nothing is overall easy. It's gotta take some work. And as much as I tend to whine about hard work in general, I do want to make sure that, it is what it is with that. I should probably work on the tail first before I get to polishing everything. So I'm gonna save you here. That'll be good. And alright, so Alright, so link, unlink. It's gotta be a nice two-framer. Boom, 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 boom. 2 frames, and that's how it'll move. And I believe I could probably set up so it moves out this way. So tail back out here. Tail front here. Oh, can't go too far because you don't want. Yeah. So tail back, probably like back here. Do that. Have you move up out here, and that'll be good. And then probably nudge this. Nudge the tail back here. But then we're going to have the scorpion tail down overall. Let's see. Front, maybe like out here. Like rotate you down yet out. That should be good. How you looking? Alright, so far so good. And we're gonna unlink the still image so it's not completely recording the loop. Okay. I think what I could do here is set the tail back here so that tail back kind of like curls in, or more like curls out. Curls out. And then the scorpion, the scorpion tail that goes in here, and they'll rotate. Good. Let's see. Alright, it's a little abrupt, but we're doing it. We're making it happen. It's in here. Alright, I think I know what I can do here. Like you. And we're going to go back to the onion skin, and we're kind of just going to figure this out. Since this is a slow in thing where, you know, once it gets to this part, it's going to get slow because it's going to settle as more of a sway. So I think it kind of like slows in like this. I believe, let me look at my my animation refs. Yes, tail slows in like this. So let me see if I can extend you a bit more. If I can. Did I make these frames larger? How did I do this? Ah. How do you zoom in on these frames? I never remember. Oh. Oh yeah, you're I think I can extend this. And that's also another thing that I keep fumbling is with animation I end up just is this the tail? Are you the tail? Motherfucker. And thumbnail view. Can I see the thumbnail? Ah, there it is. I was like, where the fuck are the thumbnails? There the fuck are the thumbnails. Let's make these thumbnails larger. There we are, much better. So which ones are the tails? Here it is. All right. So as I see, there's more drawings. Yeah, come on. Probably could make the tails a little bit smaller. Let's put you in large mode. Okay, back to tail here. I need to rename you Tail. Yes. Blah. So, if I have my, uh-oh, it crashed? Oh. Okay, good. I was like, what the hell? Okay. So if I remember which timetable this is, when all these pecs are here, that's where more drawings will be positioned to be closer to this keyframe here. So, a little crazy crash course on what these little pecs are. You've probably seen them in anime pencil tests, where you're fumbling about with anime pencil tests and things like that. So, the nature of how this goes is these frames denotate where those drawings are. They're technically called timing charts, but they're better called spacing charts because these little ticks on the line indicate where the drawing needs to be in its space. So, if I remember right, this one, I think this one's the actual overall torso size. So let me see if I can't find the torso here. The torso and the head. Yeah. So as it goes, on drawing 8, if I remember right here, yes. On drawing 8, everything is supposed to be up. So if you're doing something where it's a slow in, where they're slowly like breathing in and reaching the peak of their jump, there would be more drawings closer to the top of this top of the torso than there are drawings going to the bottom, indicating that it's now slowing down. And it's the same number of like animation frames. Like the big misconception when it comes to animation frames with this is that it doesn't make it so it's more frames in one thing. It's just more drawings to that same amount of in the same frame and things like that. This is a very slapdash way of explaining how these timing charts work. But essentially, you can make an animation look completely different depending on where you place the drawings, as opposed to where you put the drawings in the timeline. I mean, obviously putting the drawings in the timeline will make a difference because that's when that drawing will be showing. But you can do a whole lot less animation if you space your drawings in specific ways and stuff like that. And it's a nice like little illusion. So let me see if I can indicate torsos here. I could put the torso there, because this would be hanging for 2 frames, while these others would just be hanging for maybe like 1 frame, slowing down right here. Now, I seem to have solved the problem of this frame. I was like, why the heck isn't that not working? Oh, I figured it out. It's because I completely fumbled my animation frames for the drawings. But yeah, that's, a really slapdash way of explaining how these timing charts work. So in terms of how this works for the tail, essentially it's the same principle where this needs to go back, and there are more drawings going to the back here. And of course, I need to figure out why the heck my my onion skin just makes it look so. Is there like a way that I could set up my onion skin settings better? Ah, there we are, onion skin settings. They're like previous frames. It may like nudge you less than 50% by maybe 10ish. Or maybe like 25%. That way it's not completely obscuring the drawing so much. But yeah, as it goes, a lot of these drawings are closer together to make it look like it's slowing down. So that's a very slapdash way of doing a lot of these animations. It's not perfect, and I'm still kind of learning this myself. And what I really should be doing is making it so this actually rotates, stays close to this. Excuse me. See if I can't. Motherfucker. I have every lasso tool in my thing. I need to reset this animation folder so it's just that specific lasso. Yes, apply transformation. And of course, you're going to probably have it set up so it hangs a bit longer. Probably do like a little like a new animation cell here, or maybe just duplicate you here, call you 5, then set up so it kind of like overshoots it a bit. Motherfucker. Have you overshoot just a wee bit, and I'm going completely off the frame, but I'll have this go for the next time. It should look a little better. Let's see. Alright, that's looking much smoother actually. It's going off frame, but I'm gonna handle that later. But that's looking a little better. Alright, I think I have a nice direction of where I'm gonna take this scorpion tail. That's why I have this pencil test just going with me, to see if I can improve the direction of how I'm gonna tackle this. And of course, I'm starting very off, but I'll let this rock. Alright, so tail back. Roll you forward. But yeah, nice that you're all watching me instead of watching Evo. I really appreciate that. I would be watching Evo myself. I don't know why I keep getting into watching Evo, but apparently Evo's happening. I'm like, yeah, I like watching Evo. I think most people will watch the top 8s and stuff like that, but I do watch Evo for games that, you know, I dig. So that's kind of just how I've been tackling a lot of that stuff. Alright, how we rolling here? Okay. Yeah, let's nudge it just a wee bit more. Okay. I think we'll figure out a way to kind of make it a little in between. Nudge you forward. Oh, not the tail forward. Do a slight rotate. And we're actually going to have you rotate to have the bottom of the tail go forward because it's directing the motion while the hook's kind of following everything. Alright. Nudge you, push you forward. We're going to have the hook roll even further back, just to indicate that this bottom of the hook is basically on the end. This is the actual end of the tail, and the hook's mostly just following. So let's see. That's good. It's a smoother transition. So now, unlink. We're going to have a basic, we're going to have a basic thing out here. So it goes. And we have a nice in between here. Onion skinning. All right. Tail back. Okay. This tail's rolling back. So everything's rolling back here. Alright. Yeah, that'll work. Nudge you here. Oh. I don't know why I'm selecting both, but I guess I'm just fiddling with this. A lot of the timing chart stuff I usually just do on yeah. I usually just do this on the timeline itself, but I feel like I'm getting stuff more accurate, maybe? This is mostly me, like, feeling a bit of a paranoia on it. It is what it is. I probably, it's probably nothing. Alright, let's see how you're looking. Okay, you're knocking twice. Up. Okay. Alright, so you're a duplicate. Alright, so you need to transition to this specifically. Damn, the System soundtrack's so hype. Alright, that's a smoother transition. Nice. Real nice. So, I do need to readjust the back of the tail a bit more, but the hook of the scorpion tail's looking good. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take another break, step away from this for a bit, use the bathroom, get more water, and I will be right back after these, I guess, advertisement breaks. See you later. And we return. Welcome. We are back to our regularly scheduled tail block and stuff. So let's see if we can't get some stuff done. And we got the motivational music going here. And things should be good. Let's go. Alright, so what needs to be done right here is work on the big tail here. Alright, so this needs to slow in here. Okay. Nudge you forward. And we're going to see if we can't let me rotate you just a wee bit. Rotate it forward, nudge it down. And let me get the onion string. And that should be good. And we're going to have it so there's more drawings down here because it's going to slow in right there. Seeing the subtle pixel art here. It's one little pixel here. Well, that's going to make a humongous difference right there. Alright, tails there. Okay. May nudge this tail. Oh, nudge this tail just a bit more. Nice and nudgy. I know why I'm calling it nudgy. And we're actually going to see if I can't rotate this tail a little bit further down. So it looks like it's actually going in. And this spot's going to go down a bit more. Maybe do a little stretching. That should look good. Alright. So far so good. Tail's going. Now we just need to get the front up here. Now let's see if we can't get the back looking a little bit better too. I've never played Command and Conquer in my life. I played one RTS game, and that was a game that I basically worked. You know, I made a box art for, which is called Furs of Fury, and it's basically a Redwall style RTS. Well, it's not Redwall style, but it's more just, you know, Anther Animal Warriors, and they're in an RTS scenario. So yeah, it's been pretty decent, I'd say. I was playing it for the first time, and it was a nice, I guess, personal introduction for me in the RTS genre. So I've been pretty happy with just learning the game itself, or basically making the front box art for it. It's on the Steam if you want to look for it. It's called Furs of Fury, and yeah, it's an indie RTS, so don't expect something insanely up there. But it is one of those things where, yeah, a lot of RTSs aren't really out there these days because, you know, it's all RTSs are now just Leagues of Legends clones these days. So it's a sad state of that genre, but it is what it is. Okay, we're gonna nudge up. Oh. Nudge a wee bit. That should be good. Okay. Okay, we're right here. That should be good. Yeah, it's a relatively niche genre these days, but I'll sure to check out the game sometime. Oh yeah, I do need to figure out a way that I can like get a link list of just all the stuff that I've been worked on, because it's a bit more low key, but it's more obscure. Furs of Fury. You know, try to figure out what the heck this Tail's been doing. Okay. All right, we need you up. Yeah, get you here. Let's see. I know what's up. Alright, so this needs to rotate just a bit closer. So this is going here. So it's down here. And everything's pulling back here. Yeah, that's a little splitting. I fumble this. Yeah, I did. But it's kind of working back. Yeah, I think I done goofed with some of these. Because a lot of the pixel arts are kind of like splitting apart. And I didn't intend for that. How's it looking? Yeah, the back kind of nudges a bit too much, but I think I can make that work good. Alright, so I'd say this half now needs to be adjusted. It may have just both of them slightly up. Just to say that, okay, we're everything's just rotating. Okay. All right. Turn back all the onion skin just so everything can be seen. Gonna nudge you up just a wee bit more. That should be good. All right, things are looking better. Yeah, this is the big move. So this just needs a rotate back here. It may like a little pixel adjustment. Yeah, like a bit of a pull out here. Okay, so we need to have you start settling right around here. We're gonna nudge the tail over here. Have the back of the tail perhaps rotate back over there. There we go. Let's see. All right, that's actually looking pretty solid. All right, I'm liking how the tail's looking so far. So far, so good with this tail. Now the little seams are a nice like ripple thing, but you know, so far so good with this. We can probably like save you and probably just do a bit of like exporting to say, hey, I'll check back in with my client with this. It's pretty nice with that. So let me make both a small version and a large version, just in case. All right, and now we can just get on a going. So I think because we're just on the tail right now, we can just get to tackling polishing the tail, because I feel like it'll be easiest to do. Yeah, so yeah, we'll do the front. Yeah, and I do want to at least have a bit of a rotate here to kind of just indicate that the tail's also still moving. All right. All right, so far so good. All right, this is actually looking fantastic. Though I sometimes feel like the belt could move a little faster. But it is what it is. Like the scarf looks all right, it's just I feel like it could probably move a wee bit faster. Also, I still feel like the thorns kind of just blend in too much because you're supposed to be two distinct yellows. So either I make this a darker color. So probably like maybe like a slightly darker green. It may like nudge you redder. Yeah, gold. Yeah, gold sounds like it could work. Like nudge you orangey, or just use the existing. Oh, can't do that. Ah, now I know what the issue was with that. It was the exact color of the skin here. So let me select you. Actually, yeah, this is looking much better in terms of contrast. Alright. I think I know what I need to do here. Alright, so far so good. Alright, it's looking much better. And no colors are fumbling around. Good, it's actually contrasting much better. Good, good, good. We making strides. Alright. Excuse me. Alright. One frame at a time. Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's been a pretty nice stream so far. So far, so good with this. I'd say I'm probably gonna work on this specific commission until maybe like later, because it's currently 5. So I'll do that. Then yeah, probably like tackle a bit of like regular drawing. I like do a little painting. It may do a little gaming. Let's see. Still got some Chrono Trigger we could play. But yeah, I think a lot of this is just I want to polish more stuff. Really, I think today will just be work on shit day. Because I'm never in the mood to be like, I want to keep on working on a thing, because I'm just in a flow right now. Well, I should play Blueprints. I could play it. I've been tempted to play Blueprints because I see it so much. And like, man, I should buy Blueprints. This is right there. Yeah, I'm pondering whether or not I want to play Blueprints. Or just continue drawing. Alright, so let's get that rolling. Okay, I'm like wondering. I do like the Savage soundtrack. It sounds pretty good. All right, 1 second. I gotta take this. BRB. Sorry about that. I had to deal with some family stuff. Because the universe is amazing at just asking me to do everything else but the thing that I actually want to do. That's life. You live life and everybody is asking for your attention. And of course, you can't really say no to it, can you? Because it demands your attention. I can't check out, nope. Someone just needs to ask me to do stuff. It is what it is with that. I try not to get too upset about that, but it's one of those things where I do feel like escaping when it comes to a lot of this kind of stuff. Sometimes I feel like I'm out of whack for feeling like this, but it's like, okay, you know, you're still, that's kind of the price of basically freeloading with your damn family. As much as I think, oh yeah, I should be fortunate, but it's like, it's not that it's fortunate, it's more just I'm just here because I have no idea where to go, really. And not exactly a pinnacle of, I guess, career success, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Because, yeah, you have to constantly be fighting for, you know, your ability to actually work on the things you actually want to work on. You never are able to just work on a thing for yourself because there's always going to be someone else together. Whether it's, you know, you having a kid or you need to take care of family members who are, you know, old and things like that. You know, it is what it is with that. And as frustrating as that can be, that's kind of just typical of literally everyone. So I try my damnedest not to feel too pissed off about those circumstances. But I'd be lying if I said that it didn't piss me off most times. But sometimes I kind of just feel like I'm mostly just there to just answer some tiny problem that everyone else could answer themselves. And of course, I always am. This also just leads to my own personal inability to ask for help because I always project this like personal unwillingness to help onto other people because it's like, because I feel like I don't want anyone asking me for help, I project that everyone else probably hates it when I ask for help. So it's an ongoing sadness feedback that I keep putting myself in. So it is what it is with that. It's probably just me feeling upset for non-legit reasons. So I'm going to try not to flip out too hard about this. Okay. Now, once I get the tail done, everything should be solid. Yep. Yep. Lock in. Lock in and get that shit going, bro. Can't get distracted by the less idealness of life. You gotta freaking lock in. Ugh. Okay. Okay, so far so good. Good. Okay. Let you go. A lot of this is just being precise now. I don't really have anything of significance to really talk about in terms of, oh, doing detailed pixel art. Because a lot of this is just, just doing the details and things like that. And try not to fret so much about letting life get in the way. Doing this is a feat of meditation where you need to basically, you have to be calm with yourself. It probably is why most people do like art, is they like that meditative aspect to it. And that makes sense. There's something to be said about being able to color and not be in think about the thing mode. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's ask this. Yeah. I think my zone's kind of running out because this is less feeling like I'm going in a meditative stance and more just bored stance. That's probably just me. Just feeling slightly, I guess, bored. Where usually I would just do this in my spare time while getting distracted by bullshit. Yeah, I can easily just get distracted. Of course, I'm not gonna get distracted because this commission needs to get done sooner or later. I can't just let it rock. There we are. Yep. Okay. That should be good. Okay. Go to 2, so that'll be good. Okay. So far, so good. All right. Progresso. As much progress as I can make it. Because this is how it be. Alright, front tail's decent. Still, what's it, 2 more frames of this to do? Okay. Right. Right. Got it. So far, so good. Making it happen. Even if it's a bit of a slog right now. I think I'll give this till 6 before I take another break and then just take my focus away from this to something else. it's me. I'm kind of just getting a little burned out. No, not burned out, but kind of just bored of working on this. Excuse me. So far, so good. Yeah, get rid of the black line here, but put the black line down here. How are we looking in terms of? Okay. Still need to rework this. That should be good. Re-rolling. Okay. It's vanished. Alright, rework you so you're able to show up a bit more. All right. Aces. Yeah. All right. Looks kind of good. Okay. Nice. Real nice, real nice, real nice. We're doing it. At least I'm doing it. You're not actually working on it. You're probably just sitting down listening. You're probably working on your own thing, which is legit. We're all kind of co-working, I'd say. I think most of these streams have just been co-working streams in a, I guess, a roundabout way. You know, we're not all working on the same thing online. We're probably tackling our own bits of art. Of course, there's a whole lot of polishing I got. Yes, 2 more of these frames for the front tail, and then the back tail will be next. There probably was a way to work this tail better, because I do have a plugin called I think it's like Juice Effects, which probably could have helped me with the work of this tail too, because it's made by the same engine that made that helped me do these scarf animations as well. Yeah. Okay. All right, so far so good. Yeah. Yeah, baby, yeah. Making it work. All right, so far so good. And we'll kind of just fill the back tail some more. Okay, how are we looking with the back tail? This is looking a little sharp. Where was this supposed to be? I'll assume here. So far, so good. Alright. Last bit of tail segment. Okay. So far, so good. All right, making it work. Probably could just give it a bit more of a curve right here. Let it go here. That should be good. Right. Right. But I am nearly done with this, I'd say. Because everything else is mostly just polishing, really. Yeah, probably like do stuff like that. Probably need to readjust the leg here, but that should be fine. Alright, how are we looking? No gaps, gap there. Okay, so there's a gap here that I fumbled and missed, so we're gonna see if we can't get rid of that gap. It's a little hard to keep my eyes open, but I am nearly going to knock this out. Just needs a bit more fine tuning. Yeah, my coffee high is just running out now. And now we're going off of vibes now. Which makes sense. You know, I'm kind of just going at this. Because, yeah, once you get most of the thinking done when it comes to a lot of this stuff, everything else is mostly just rote, do the rendering. It's making the boring things interesting, so to speak. And there are times where you think, okay, this is kind of boring, but there are other times where I think this is more meditative, where you're not really thinking about much other than just the job that you're doing. You're not really thinking about things that worry you. You're not thinking about your stupid business stuff that you gotta deal with or family emergencies. You're just here, you're clunking down pixels, and you're just in ultra instinct mode, where you're just silently staring to your screen and make it work. Because there's really no trick to making this work other than, you're doing it. You're doing it, you're kind of seeing the matrix, so to speak. It's kind of a situation, I don't know if you've seen the show Severance, but when they're actually doing work in Severance, it doesn't really look like anything, at least to the audience. But to them, it kind of actually looks like either the numbers are scary or they have like certain feelings to them. And I guess it's a metaphor for like, working, so to speak. So that's kind of one of those things when it comes to working on just having deep work, so to speak, is they're not really fretting so much about planning it all out. More just getting it to just go. So far, so good. I don't like that it pops out so much. Like, this is an issue right here. Like, let me, yeah. Yeah, just blurs out here. Actually, I am feeling hella tired. Think I might just net wrap the stream and just take a nap. Let's see. So far, so good. Yep. And then everything just needs a bit of polish. That's good. I think for now, I think I'll just wrap this stream because I need to actually take a bit of a nap right now. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna let it go and wrap this here. I was gonna do more pixel art stuff, but I'm kind of just checked out at the moment. Yeah, there's still some stuff to do, but we're in the beginnings of the actual parts of polishing overall. So all that's really left to do is to get the rest of the tail done, work on the wings, and then polish the arms so they're not egregious looking. I don't like how that eye's kind of like flickering, so I'm probably gonna work that out. But other than that, it's mostly a matter of just getting this done. Anywho, thank you everyone for stopping by my art stream. It's been pretty nice to just work on stuff this afternoon just to get a pretense of work done, so to speak. I will probably take some more rest, try to take a nap. I know over the weekend I'm going out to do the barber, plus probably just relax before going back to my day job, because it is what it is with that. Anyway, I think I'll just wrap the stream for now. I don't know when I'll be streaming next week, but you know, if you follow me, hit the bell so you're actually notified, and I will be streaming, and I'll see you next week. Have a good night.